everybody, it is I, CoolPika, and we are back for more The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past. In the last part, we really just went about going about finding obscure secrets and finding the Book of Munera and just seeing all that we can do now that we have the Pegasus boots and discovering, like, stuff we can find in the southern region of Hyrule. But aside from that, we now find ourselves here in the Desert Palace. And in this part, we're gonna be doing like the first half of this dungeon because this is one of the interesting where this dungeon in particular works in two buildings. This is like the first building you're gonna be going into. As you can see, this Desert Palace has like 3 entrances, and they pretty much connect to the same place, which I really say is just 2 buildings overall. So like, that's pretty much why I'm saying this. So, one of the first things you want to be aware of in this palace, there is this thing here, which you pretty much know as a Beamos. If it locks eyes on you, then it's gonna shoot. It's gonna shoot you with a hard laser, and it hurts a lot. We don't really have any way to block it, but... So you want to make sure you stay real clear of that guy, because there isn't really a way to destroy it. We also got some of these bugs here that kind of spawn up from the ground. You don't want to get too close to them, but you want to make sure you get rid of them too. They do spam a bit of fireballs. And if you get too close, you can sink into their sand pits, so you want to stay away from them. So yeah, there's a few bit of rooms here, so I think this is like the first room I want to go into since there is something we can get here right away. One of the first things is there's unlit torches. You want to light these torches real quick. Weird, I thought that would do something, but I guess not. I was expecting someone to spawn in, but you know what? I'm gonna get rid of the bosses here real quick, just to be on the safe side. That might have been what it is. Huh, weird. I could have sworn the torches did something. Oh, no, it wasn't the torches at all. There's a secret button. Already we have the map. So now we have full access to where everything's pretty much at. So yeah, we have a few scenes already here. It's already a really big and open-ended dungeon already, so these 2 rooms pretty much go into the same area. But I want to take a visit into this region here, this area first, because over here, there is a small key over there that you can just bash off that torch. Get that, and there's a little bit of tidbit here. Jordan, design, Sarasada. You must never fail to find all the treasures in each dungeon. Okay, oh, ow. Shut my butt! Leave me alone. So yeah, there's a little tidbit right there. So, you want to go around and explore you want to make sure you explore every nook and cranny and get every treasure chest, because, okay, we don't, so that room over there, we don't really need to go yet, because, we don't have a big key, but I'm gonna remember that's there. Honestly, that treasure chest is where we actually need to go to, because, there is a item there that is gonna come really handy later on. So, I'm just gonna make sure we make real good note of that. Okay, there's a bit of an area here too, actually. That's like gonna be, that place is gonna be our exit for when we head out of here. Because, that's where we find the second half of the dungeon, but, there's also this room if you need fairies too, so I'm gonna make sure I acknowledge that real quick. Gonna acknowledge that little boop up there. And you have your way to leave if you ever need to leave for any reason. But that is where we're gonna tackle the second half of the dungeon. Aside from that, everything's pretty much gonna be on this eastern corner over here. I actually want to turn attention to this real quick. Actually, I don't really think there's much purpose to this room other than it being an enemy trap. Yeah, you're locked in having to fight some monsters, but aside from that, there really isn't anything worthwhile in this room, so honestly, don't bother with it. This room serves zero purpose but to be a hindrance. That's really all it is. Oh god, I got Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. Oh, I can't stop sneezing. Yeah, so we found already where we found our keyhole at. But there's also another room here too, which is leads to that right exit if you need it for some reason. It doesn't really lead anywhere but leads you back out. That's like the one exit I'm not gonna be taking because you really don't need it for anything. That's about it. And already we got the compass. And with that, you want to go in here and watch out for this little cannonball trap here because we actually heard it from like up eastern earlier, but that was where that noise comes from. They kind of just move, these move around, so that was kind of like hard to avoid. But now we have the big key, which is actually something we need to open that treasure chest. And mostly every other big door that comes our way. So now we have that. And now we can use this to get the real prize of this section of the dungeon. Which is something we're gonna need to tackle the rest of it. Oh, I didn't notice it till now, but we capped out on the rupees. Cool. We're not even this far into the game, we're already capped out. I'm just that good on being conservative with rupees. But honestly though, this is gonna be the only this theme we're gonna need is going to be the only time where I'm going to need like a big amount of rupees, or at least required to have some. Because after that, there really isn't a need to have that big amount of money. The only reason you would is because really just to save up money for like the good stuff and for some mini games, but really that's about it. But rubies are always good, but that's not to say rubies are not good for you, that are not good to have on you, because they are pretty good to have on you. Wait, did I get the treasure chest yet? Oh no, I forgot. My short-term memory, why did I go here? I think I just went in here just to get the fairies. No, actually no, this is not where we need to go. I need to go back up here. Okay, I'm being very short-sighted on my memory. Okay, I'm goofing up again. Okay, no, we want to go back in this room and head out here. Then get this treasure chest because we got the power gloves. You can feel the strength in both hands. You can pick up and carry stones now. Well, at least the white stones. You can't really pick up darker ones because that requires another variant of gloves that we're not going to be getting for a long while. But we at least now have a means to actually carry stones now, which opens up many possibilities, which is actually why I did not, which is why I'm actually planning on leaving which is actually why I plan on leaving this dungeon right now to take care of that certain business, because now that we have this piece of heart, no, not the piece of heart, but now that we have those power gloves, new stuff opens up to you. Like, really new stuff. Aside from this, we have these stones here that opens up the second part of the dungeon, but that's what that's needed for. But aside from that, there's a lot of stuff that opens up now, and it's actually really fairly easy to get back to this place, so I'm not fussing too much over it. But you must be wondering, CoolPika, why would you want to leave now? Why would you want to stop in the middle of dungeon progression? What is so important, you may ask? Well, I'm glad you asked. It's a really important scene, actually, because, believe it or not, you actually want to come down here, and this is actually something you want to come down and do. But before we do that, I'm actually going to show you something here, because, there's actually a few things. Well, for one, you know, throw the stone off this crab and get rupees off of it, but honestly, I'm just going to kill it. We don't really need it. There's actually a little secret here that can be used as a good rupee grinding spot if you're like really in a need of a pinch, which is in this place here. Yeah, this guy here, he's got 5 rupees will always respawn in this area every time you leave it. We kind of just got this dude chilling here with his pottery. They always respawn, so you can come back here and just use this as a method of grinding for rupees, which I did when I never reached the 500 limit that I need for my rupees. A good way of doing that. Check out the cave east of Lake Hylia. Strange and wonderful scenes live in it. That's an interesting tidbit, but I've been to the eastern side, but we can't really explore all of Lake Hylia. Mostly because, we can't swim. Most of everything we need, we're gonna have to swim for. But, aside from that, that's gonna be where I'm leaving it off for now. So, next time on Let's Play The Legend of Zelda A Link to the Past, we are not gonna go continue the first half of this dungeon, but instead, we are in fact going to go take care of something else. So with that being said, I will see you all next time.